How's it going, guys? Welcome back to episode 5. I'm getting burnt out on playing Rust. I just got no one to play with, and all the people who I do play with live in Europe. So by the time I get on, they're going to sleep. So it's getting so goddamn bored of that game. So we're gonna get some recordings in. Check time here. Okay. Let's see what we can do here. I haven't played this game ever since we got our last recording in, so. Okay, nothing on that front. What are we getting? What are we getting? What are we getting? Damage? Exposed damage. Alright. The trader. What you got, buddy? I don't know where the hell I got a combat knife from. Oh, that's his stuff. What is this? Oh, that's the stem thing. Oh yeah, the thing was like crap. 6 damage is just not worth it. Ooh, what is this? Just a plain axe. Okay. Yeah, we saw that. Anyways. Okay, so let's see what we're going to be doing today. Science base inside. Pretty sure we already did this one, but we'll check it out anyways. I may not be a sheriff, but I'm bringing you all downtown. Just recently watched the new Captain America movie. It wasn't too bad. I was a little more confused of how General Ross actually became the Red Hulk, but they solely explained it. So I'm glad that they actually brought back a few characters in that movie. Since I did know that movie got a lot of hate. What does it say? Fix the power supply. And I was thinking about doing some sort of challenge run on Rust, but because I'm getting so goddamn burnt out on the game, I don't think I will actually proceed with it. What the hell type of throw was that? So what I might actually do too is I might actually move, just take out trailer reactions for now, since there's just not really anything too popular that I'm really too interested. And I might actually make a third day for game videos, since this will be technically our main game until I decide which big name game I wish to actually put onto my channel, which I've still yet to decide since I have a handful of them, and I'll have to go figure out from there. Since it is still pretty early in summertime, but eventually that will pick up. These zombies are pretty resilient to a shotgun blast. Just remember, if you're immune to the zombie virus, it does not make you unkillable. Oh, this is either a boss fight or we're gonna get mobbed up really quickly. Let's see if we have any extra grenades, because I don't know if we do or not. We do not. Well, this is gonna be a joy. How do I switch weapons again? Q. I'm gonna switch over to my SMG just in case. Yeah, opening there, opening there, opening there, opening there. Yeah, we're gonna get mobbed. Big time. Destroy you. We have got to get us some sort of scope on this SMG. Remember, when you're in a zombie apocalypse, do not freak out. Time your shots. Try to be precise as accurate. Then again, that also depends what zombie apocalypse you're actually in. Because if you're in something like Resident Evil, then you're pretty much screwed. But if you're in something like The Walking Dead, you may actually have a shot. What's this, Chuck Norris? What are we gonna hear? Just punching zombies and stuff? Well, let's see what the trader has real quick. I'm just gonna sell stuff, looks like. Yeah, it's just gonna... I'm kinda curious about this weapon though. Even though it only does 6 damage. Reload time is 3 seconds, maximum is 32. 9mm attack speed is 0.13 seconds. How fast is our SMG? Attack speed is 0.15. So actually 2 seconds slower. Same amount of damage. Held 2 rounds more. It's a second faster reload speed. That's about it. Yeah, not even really even worth actually forking out the money to get stuff like that. Alright, Mr. Elder, what we got here? Whoa, no shit. It's like, we know we sent you to the science facility for the first time. We even sent you back for a second time, but we need you to go back for a third time, clear out the entire goddamn area, and then we're gonna blow it up. Which you could have done in the first trip. It's like, bring a handful of people with you and do that way. But no. You know what I didn't think about? Buying grenades. Alright, today's question for you guys, make sure you leave in the comments below. If you were immune to the horror movie trauma, I guess you could put this. Let me clear these guys real quick and get that question real quick. What I mean by the horror movie trauma is you can't die, you're not running for your life, you're not looking for a weapon to take out the killer. However, you only get, let's say, a team of 3 horror icon killers. However, they cannot be like demigods or have godlike abilities, stuff like that. They have to be within the realms of like Michael Myers, somewhat of Jason. You know, they can still die, so they only get 1 life each, but you get them on your team, and the zombie apocalypse would be set, say, something like The Walking Dead, for instance. So we'll start off something easy. Who are your 3 main horror villain icons are going to team up with you to try to survive the zombie apocalyptic world? I'm personally going to go with Jason. Undead Jason, not human Jason. Just because he would be a little more resilient to the zombie virus itself, if it would even affect him at all. And normally I would go with my boy Michael Myers, even though he is technically superhuman, or at least superhuman strength. He would still have a somewhat difficult time, especially if he got mobbed up, even though he can't exactly feel pain very well. And you don't want a zombie-infected Michael Myers come chasing after your ass. Now you would say, I would choose someone like Freddy Krueger. However, there's 2 versions of Freddy Krueger. There's Dream World Freddy Krueger, and then there's Real World Freddy Krueger. Considering that zombies don't dream, Dream World Freddy Krueger would be completely goddamn useless to you. Real World Freddy Krueger, on the other hand, may be a different style, even though he would still be technically, I guess, I'd say demi-human, or demigod, but he does have some form of supernatural telekinetic abilities. But then again, if you look at Freddy Krueger, he does have agility, he does have speed, but he's also a close quarter combat horror icon with his claws. So he's not going to be very too helpful since he doesn't exactly have the bulk like Jason would. You could choose someone like Art the Clown, for instance, if you choose his human version or his demon version. However, he is still a physical attacking horror icon, so he's got to get up there and he will get mobbed up on. You could choose someone like Leprechaun, who has magic, but how effective would that magic actually be against zombies compared to humans? shoot enemies 500 times in the head. I think I would definitely go with Jason. Not so much Jason X, since he'd be kind of broken, and you would want to stick more towards more modern-esque type of horror icons. Jason's more set into the future, or Jason X, I should say. I would have to go with Undead Jason. I say his most powerful version, which would be Jason X, but considering you don't get that choice, it would be Jason Goes to Hell, I think it's the last one, or no, excuse me, it would be Freddy vs. Jason, which would be the most powerful version of Jason. I think the other one I would choose is Carrie, because has psychic pyrokinetic abilities, and that right there alone, to keep zombies at a distance, would give you a huge advantage in a zombie apocalyptic world. You go someone like Leatherface, who has a chainsaw, but once again, he's got between medium to close range. If he gets mobbed up by a bunch of zombies, he's not going to be very helpful to you. Even though he's probably maybe a tier below bulkiness of Jason himself. $1,600 for armor. That's insane. Well, actually, it's $1,400. He's giving me a discount. Between that, what is this? It's like $2,100 something there. I technically could afford all this armor, actually. Would it be really worth it, though? It doesn't seem like he's increases his weapons and stuff like that. What are we working with here? Hold on, let's see. Let's check this out here. This is just standard gear. Farmers 4 to. We do want grenades though too, so we have to have a number of grenades, which you do not have. Huh? That's a problem. Oh no, you do have. How much are they? 93, bro. You know what? Why not? We'll just buy that. What is this? Enlightenment? Spend 10,000 silver. Goddamn. How many can we get? We can get 4. We'll do it. I think I know who my last teammate would be. And surprisingly, I just randomly thought about this too. It would be, Christine. Stephen King movie Christine, the classic, it's not a, is it a Cadillac? I believe it's not a Cadillac, at least an older version of it. The car that is possessed. So I would have an undead tank, a psychic pyrokinetic lady, and a possessed car as my team members to survive a zombie apocalyptic type of war. If we're going Walking Dead style. We have 2 minutes left. However, there are other zombie versions of apocalyptic worlds. You have Resident Evil, you have like games like Dying Lights. I just recently I just had the name and I just drew a huge blank on why can I not remember that? Night of the Living Dead. Was it God, it was like, was it Evil Dead or The Dead Rise, or where the hell, one of the classic ones that are trapped in the mall. I cannot think what the name of that goddamn movie is called, but ones like that. But we would stick with something more realistic, so The Walking Dead would be more realistic in comparison to the other ones that would actually really happen. But leave those comments below and let me know. But either way, stay safe, healthy, sanitized, and make sure to like, subscribe, and leave comments below. Make sure to share my videos, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.